EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Geis, his first carry of the game, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On the ground, it's Geis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's 3rd down.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
All day, defense, all day.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. I got it. 58, boy, 58, Mike.
3rd down, here's Haskins. Room to run past midfield, and he finds the tight end, Reed. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Geis with a carry on 2nd down. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
3 Here we go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Watch the edge. 66.
Back to throw. King. Screenplay. Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Switch it.
On first and 10, King alluding to, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Redskins' 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's get it.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check tight.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 4th down.
Hey, alert 3.
They run. It's Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. 25, check 25.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
You got tape. You got tape. Alert flare.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Terry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 2 sacks
last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. King now. Going to throw again. This complete to the tight end, Clay. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
King operating from the gun. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. King. And he completes it to Westbrook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready, 6 yards, 56. I'm trying to collect. My chance. Get along, West. Check 3.
A first down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check, 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 check. Check three, check three, check three. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Back to throw. King. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. First and goal at the 5. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Geis, they'll try to run him. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Geis alone in the backfield here. Second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. They come out here in the eye. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. A nice run on first down gets them 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Again, it's Michel. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready, 56, Mike, 56. Let's go. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the ground is Michel, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let's go, Pete.
King to throw on second down. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. King. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Haskins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. The quick hitter complete. It's Terry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. On play action, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, let's go. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Watch the pass.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Switch.
Haskins going to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 56, Mike.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
21.
Now Breeze. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Quick hitch, complete. It's Terry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now a handoff, Geis going right. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Hey, Wood.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw, Breeze. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. In your face.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
What we got? Hey, easy. Check. Fresno.
Again, it's Johnson. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Hey, I'm coming.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On second down, Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready? You ready?
56, right there, 56. Watch the run. They're running it.
Check, check, check.
56,
Smooth.
56, check, 56.
They go to Johnson again. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, Michelle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? You're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
Slam. Kill.
50, check 50. Check nickel.
X3. 218, chopper.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? 95, 56. We're good. I four. Ready?
From the gun, a run for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here. Try to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
No.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Easy, opposite. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
You can't be stopped. You see me up here. That's right. We can't be stopped.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Hey, go Mike 40. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Go. 40's Mike. 40's running.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Double time. 3 down.
Geis trying to run inside, but nothing there. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT.
Come on, set. Get together. You remember me. Let's go, baby. And 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Let's go. Rush in.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed.